Let's look therefore at the politics though. Is this the end of the road for AAP? Can the AAP weather this corruption storm? What are the challenges that lie ahead of the Aam Aadmi Party? Joining me now, Yogendra Yadav, co-founder Swaraj India, once a founding member of the AAP. Harish Khurana is BJP spokesperson and Saurabh Bharadwaj is AAP MLA and spokesperson. Let's turn to each of you to give us answers to that. I want to start with you, Yogendra Yadav. As a founding member today, do you believe that the AAP still has a future, given the number of their senior leaders who find themselves in the crosshair of the law for corruption charges?
Rajdeep, allow me to begin with something else. Allow me to first of all clarify that I'm not with Aam Aadmi Party. I'm no friend of Aam Aadmi Party. Number two, that my party, Swaraj India, was actually the first party in the city of Delhi to raise questions about the excise policy. Not today, not in 2021. Actually, way back in 2015 and 16, we had raised questions. And number three, I do believe that this is a serious case. It's a case that doesn't put Aam Aadmi Party in a great light. It's a case which deserves to. This is not figment of imagination. It looks like a serious case prima facie. Having said it, should I applaud therefore when Mr. Manish Sisodia is arrested? No, I can't, Rajdeep, because something much bigger is at stake. As came out from your conversation with Mr. Singhvi, what we are witnessing is one after another. If you have an opposition government, either they steal your MLAs away, or they put your key functionaries in jail on one pretext or the other, apply completely different standards in your case than in anyone else's case, and therefore make it virtually impossible for you to govern if you are in opposition. No Democrat can celebrate it. I don't think it's whataboutery, Rajdeep, to think about other cases in which such things have not been done. Because when you assess a situation like this, you say, okay, what are the norms? What should be the norms about arresting? And on that point, I happen to agree with Mr. Singhvi. He has a much better legal mind than I do. Unless you can say that this public functionary is destroying evidence, can destroy evidence, or is about to run away, why arrest? Build a case. This looks like prima facie a serious case. Build a case, take it to the court, get him convicted. That's all right, perfectly all right. Why this political drama?
So let me get it clear before I go to my other panelists. You're saying you believe prima facie this is a serious case. You believe that there is a prima facie case of corruption. You're only questioning the procedure adopted. Now the CBI will turn around and say, look, we are following the procedure. We've arrested him, we've gone to the court, we've sought custody. We are following procedure. You can't then turn around and say, oh, but what about the BJP leaders who have been allowed to get away?
Rajdeep, one, I did not say this looks like prima facie a corruption case. I'm not into prima facie judging it. I'm saying prima facie it looks like a serious case. And Aam Aadmi Party in this initial exchange doesn't come out looking very good. But let's not rush into these things. These are very serious charges. And a party that has come on the plank of anti-corruption should answer, and I'm sure my colleague Saurabh Bharadwaj sitting here will try to answer these questions. All I'm saying, but on the question of CBI, no, Rajdeep, I don't think this is the normal standard procedure. The normal standard procedure is that you ask someone questions, you investigate. If they don't, you proceed further. You finally take the case to the court and get the court to pass a judgment. Why arrest? Why do all this drama? Okay. All this drama, to my mind, is to distract the attention away from the biggest scam that this country has seen, which involves Mr. Adani, which involves direct connect to the Prime Minister of this country. This is what it is all about, and that's why I cannot celebrate it.
Interesting, you're saying this is a distraction, you believe, from the Adani issue. I'll come to that to Harish Khurana in a moment, but Saurabh Bharadwaj, let's be clear. When your number 2 in government gets arrested, when your number 3, if I may call Satyendar Jain, that gets arrested in the government, all on corruption charges, somewhere the sheen is gone. You all came to power as an anti-corruption force. Like it or not, this has been a huge reputation hit.
Rajdeep, I'm not into politics for long. I've been in politics for like 11 years. And believe me, in 2013, in 2014, in 2015, and many more years, we have had similar occasions when we thought that now probably the party may be over. Probably our careers in politics are done. And a lot of political analysts also thought so. But what I've seen in my experience is that whenever Aam Aadmi Party has faced such attacks, we have come out stronger out of it. And I believe that we will rebound. And Rajdeep, it's a small world. Everybody is watching India and they can see that, there is a central government and there is a small party which is governing a city-state called Delhi. And two of its ministers, Satyendar Jain and Manish ji, they have been known for their works in health and education. These are the two main planks of Arvind Kejriwal's model of governance.
But that cannot be a defense.
No, what I'm saying is,
if Manish Sisodia has done good work in education,
I'm not saying
that cannot be a defense.
Rajdeep,
You're going to have to answer the specific
Rajdeep,
charges in this case.
No, Rajdeep, I'm not taking a defense. What I'm saying is that the whole world is watching. That you have two ministers who are known across the world for their work in education and health, and the central government ruled by Mr. Modi is targeting these two ministers, and these two specific ministers have been put behind the bars. So people are watching it, and it's a matter of shame for the government of India that everybody is closely watching all these developments in India, and this doesn't build any reputation for us. All the opposition ruled states are being disturbed by the governors or the agencies. These bring a lot of instability in the states. And if the states are unstable, do you think the government is stable? The country's outlook is stable? Then you talk about investments, then you talk about economy. When the central government itself is trying to destabilize the states, how do you see a growth in a country? You will not get any growth. You will not see any stability.
Okay,
so this is very unfortunate situation. Just for small political gains, the central government is hell-bound to destroy all the opposition.
You're in a way
quite sad.
Okay, Harish Khurana, you're hearing words like destabilize, distract, that actually the BJP wants to use the Aam Aadmi Party to distract from what the opposition is saying is the real story to follow, Adani's story. We've also given a list yesterday which has now gone viral on Twitter, where we gave a list of all the BJP leaders who somehow seem to have escaped the ED CBI scanner the moment they switch sides. So, there are serious questions that Harish Khurana, while you are smiling, you will have to answer. At some stage, do you go along with that there is a distraction, an attempt to destabilize?
Rajdeep, I might be listening to my future Minister of Delhi, Mr. Saurabh Bhardwaj, who might be a minister in waiting. I understand his problem. He's batting on a weak pitch, so he might be defending a wrong person right now. He said he is in politics since last 2013. I am taking back to him to 2013 only. You know what they used to say? No, P. Chidambaram, Sheila Dikshit, Nitin Gadkari, no, they are corrupt ministers. We will not buy these. We don't want any proof. They have to go, they have to resign first and then to face the music and then to go to court. Now what happened now? Satyendar Jain, who's in jail since last 8 months on the order of court, not by order of any ED or any CBI. He's in jail since on the order of the court right now. Vijay Nair, their close associate, the close aide of them, is in jail and rejected 4 times his bail. He's in jail since last few months. And 4 times his bail has been rejected. So, is it a CBI or ED vendetta? No. I think they are legally and morally both are down right now. Morally, because since last 8 months, their minister is in jail. They are not taking any action. 2013, they used to say, we are the Kattar Imandar Log. So, their morality has gone for a toss. In Punjab also, we have seen that.
So you're saying, you don't agree that the rules are different? You refuse to accept that the rules are different in this country now for BJP leaders who've had to face ED and CBI charges that are put on the back burner.
Rajdeep, I'll rebut on this. I'll give me 10 seconds. Rajdeep, you are a seasoned journalist. Since 2004 to 14, Manmohan Singh was the government in the center. And what CBI used to say, he said, Tota, how many cases on BJP was being impounded? Tell me. कितनी इंक्वायरीज हुई थी वहां पे? I don't think so, many of them. 2014 to 2000 till date, if you have any problem, I was listening to Abhishek Manu Singh, he's very cleverly says, I am over here for just for legal issues, but he talked about politically. How many cases he has filed a PIL on BJP leaders that ED is not taking an action, let's intervene the court intervention? I think none of them, or if they have one, we have seen what has happened in a court. My point is, they very easily finger point on ED and CBI, but on a legal battlegrounds, they always either they don't appear or they fail.
Okay, so you're saying that if the opposition believes that there are BJP leaders getting away in similar cases, go and file a PIL before the court. Saurabh Bhardwaj, before we come to Yogendra Yadav, just let's get clarity. Let's get clarity. It's taken 8 months to get Satyendar Jain's resignation. Today you've taken Manish Sisodia's resignation. The belief is that the Aam Aadmi Party now first needs to do crisis management before it expands across the country. You're going to have to first get your reputation back. Do you concede that at some stage, all of what has happened is a setback?
Rajdeep, believe me or not, we have been getting a lot of feedback from the ground. We sit in our offices where we talk to lots of people. And, you know, we are not the kinds of politicians with whom, you know, people are afraid to tell the truth. They keep sending us texts, they keep sending us WhatsApp, and we see Twitter and everything. I think people can see that the way the central government is targeting Aam Aadmi Party, central government is very serious about Aam Aadmi Party's growth in India. They do understand that Aam Aadmi Party is growing at a faster speed possible. We have governments at 2 states. We have MLAs in Gujarat. We have MLAs in Goa. We are getting councillors, mayors across the country. So I think BJP as a party is nervous of the rise of Arvind Kejriwal.
You know,
in our recent, polls which are being done by our TV channels, we have seen that in terms of opposition leaders, Arvind Kejriwal is one of the most popular leaders in the opposition. So you know, the kind of energy the central government and its agencies are spending on Aam Aadmi Party, it makes all the anti-BJP people think that yes, here's the contender. Here's the challenger, Arvind Kejriwal, who is challenging Mr. Modi, and probably this will help us crystallize the support for Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party. And believe me, we will come out very strong out of it.
You're claiming that the BJP is targeting you because your popularity you claim has increased. But Yogendra Yadav, it's very interesting that we are seeing now. Just a minute. We are seeing that even the Congress has, at least at the Delhi level, questioned the Aam Aadmi Party, claiming that there is corruption in the Delhi liquor policy. Do you believe, and perhaps you can wear your political hat here, not just as Swaraj India, but as someone who's observed politics, do you believe that a movement that starts from anti-corruption, when it gets tangled in corruption charges, the halo is gone, and therefore Arvind Kejriwal now is seen as just another politician?
Rajdeep, it all depends on whether it's the Aam Aadmi Party that finally gets tainted or it's the CBI that finally gets tainted. We still don't know yet. We need to wait and watch. And just as I worried in what I said earlier, worried as a Democrat, as someone who supports federalism, I worry about what kind of things are being done. I also worry about something else, because both the things that you said might be true. It might be true, as I said. It is a serious case. It's not a figment of imagination. There is a chief secretary's report. There is a lot of documentation. There is something to be answered. But it is also true, and Saurabh Bhardwaj is correct, that in wider public perception, ये सब CBI का खेल है, तो हमेशा ही ऐसा करते हैं. The real fear that I have as a citizen of this country is that the manner in which CBI and other investigative agencies are being used, more so by this regime than by the previous one, no one would trust any investigation ever. Nothing is serious. That is the question that we should be asking. My BJP friend just said, that actually no such case has happened. You've already given a list. Can I add a small item to that list? There is a report done by Reporters Collective that came just 2 days ago. What does that report show? That report shows with CAG documents. These are not just reporters making allegations. This is the Comptroller and Auditor General of India's findings which have been suppressed. which shows that the Modi government, after they came to power, were involved in the same kind of discretionary and corrupt allotment of coal mine blocks. In this case, to a group called RP Goenka Group, which the CHU objected to. Yet all these things were bypassed, all these things were done. Now, would we expect a CBI investigation into that? Would we expect CBI calling these people, checking it out? And Rajdeep, allow me to say, do we expect the CBI to interrogate the SEBI chief, the SBI chief, and the LIC chief for their role in the Adani scam?
You want to finally answer that, Harish Khurana? I know you've been dying to jump in. The fact is, na khaunga na khane dunga was what the Prime Minister promised 2014 August. No. Na khaunga na khane dunga only operates for the opposition?
No, Rajdeep, before...
No, answer that. No, forget
Rajdeep,
before. Answer that. Direct question. Direct question.
Rajdeep, listen to me out. Rajdeep, listen to me out. Listen me out first, please. You have not intervened anybody else. At least I expect not to intervene me also, boss. See, I want to revert first to my minister in waiting, my friend Mr. Saurabh Bhardwaj. He's saying we are nervous, BJP is nervous. A party who have no seats in Lok Sabha, I will call it as a Manohar Kahaniya. In the phrases Manohar Kahaniya. We are expecting 272 seats and making him as a future Shiksha Mantri of India. You need to have 272 seats. If you have a thing in Punjab and Delhi, both the numbers we calculate, the total stake of Aam Aadmi Party is just 20 seats. Out of 272, you need to have 272 seats. So when you say that BJP is afraid, these were same rhetoric which have been repeated in Gujarat election. You remember when Vijay Nair was arrested, BJP ghabra gayi hai. What has happened? BJP got 153 seats and you got only, I still remember Arvind Kejriwal was giving in writing. मैं writing में देता हूँ, 5 seats will be.
ना खाऊंगा ना खाने दूंगा.
And
sir, ना खाऊंगा ना खाने दूंगा.
Majority. You remember?
Can you give me an assurance that the CBI, can you give me an assurance that the CBI, the SEBI are independent institutions? No, you haven't answered that. We still don't know. According to the opposition,
yes,
all of this is being used as a distraction from the Adani case.
Rajdeep, hear me out. First of all, Adani case is already in the court. Point number one. Point number two, whatever the allegation Yogendra Yadav is making, Yogendra Yadav is a learned gentleman. Why? आप कोर्ट पे चले जाओ ना यार. अगर आपके पास you have a proof, you believe in courts ना. File a PI in a court that is a proof. Let's have a SIT. Let's have a court intervention SIT over there. Okay. Why are you doing that? They will not do that because they don't have a substance. We have seen one of the case in Rafale. What has happened? Chokidar chor hai. Kya hua? Ant mein maafi maangni padi na. They have to feel sorry about that. What they ever said. Point is, they are just making a baseless allegation without the evidence what the substance they have.
Okay,
they don't have any substance. They want to allegate कि मैं बस एक narrative set करना है.
Okay, you're saying, you've made your point. You're claiming that Yogendra Yadav ji, please go to court, is the message from the BJP.
They have the CBI and the opposition has one possibility of going to the court to appeal to please institute an SIT. Wonderful, I get the logic.
Okay, I think we get the logic as well. Clearly though, for now it's the Aam Aadmi, Party.
Have you got a substance?
Okay, no,
just making an allegation. I'll make an allegation, Yogendra Yadav chor hai. Will it make a sense? No, I think no. Yogendra Yadav, we need to prove it. Ki yes, these are substance. At least we should understand before alleging somebody.
Harish Khurana, you're on a roll. Harish Khurana, Saurabh Bhardwaj and Yogendra Yadav and earlier Abhishek Manu Singh. Clearly there are lots of issues tangled in here. And because we are building up to 2024, it would be unfortunate if investigations get tangled in politics. We want corruption to be removed, but corruption must be done in a manner that ensures that everyone, irrespective of political affiliations, are prosecuted as per due process. The process must not become the punishment.